Hello, trade pros. Good morning. Welcome to the morning market update for Wednesday, July 29th, 2020. We got a lot of, we got a lot of stuff to share with you today. All right. And we're going to start out by saying I finally scheduled a professional haircut on Saturday. I'm so excited. My guy is back. All right. Other than that, we're going to talk about a few things going on at the moment. And today's a very important day in the market. We have some big earnings, some big events taking place, and let's talk about it all. Okay, let's kick it off by opening this window. Hang on, I just minimized all my windows and completely threw me off my game. There we go. All right, let's talk about this. This morning, not this morning, but today, there's going to be a face-off between Congress and the four giant tech firms, Amazon, Apple, Google, aka Alphabet, and Facebook. Facebook also has earnings after the bell. Fun fact. These four companies will appear in front of the House Judiciary Committee's antitrust panel. So it's not the whole Judiciary Committee, just the antitrust panel, which is less people, which means there's more time to grill these four executives. All right, the conference at 12 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be done virtually via probably a Zoom call. I don't know what they're going to use, Congress, but it's going to be a virtual conference starting at noon. And, it's going to be an important event, but I don't think it's going to be as important as the whole market's making it out to be. All right, because let's just get real here. What are we really going to learn from having four people at the same time being asked questions? That takes away the opportunity from every one of them to be asked questions. All right, to go a deep dive. It's more be a general thing of four people than a deep dive of any one company. All right, that's what's going to happen. That's how it's panning out, 4-1. All right. And other things that's kind of interesting is I wonder if Zuckerberg, Cook, all right, Pichai, Sundar Pichai, and Bezos are going to be getting coaching on the other end of the camera, because how easy would it be to have somebody the way I'm sitting here, right, literally on the other end of the screen doing the same, and they're just sending me chat messages here on the right saying, hey, you dodge this one or say this. I think the fact that, there's four of them, and this is done virtually, I think you don't really see too much. Okay, there might be some interesting moments, but I don't think there's going to be any shockers for the market. All right, the truth is this. The truth is these four companies have gained $115 billion in the post-pandemic rally. All right, $115 billion. Jeff Bezos personally, $63 billion gain in his personal net worth, $13 billion in one freaking day. All right, so look, the companies are doing good. Everything's being consolidated under that window, in that umbrella, and they're taking over more control than less, and that's just how it goes. All right, in prepared remarks, here's what they're planning to talk about. All right, Jeff Bezos the world's richest person, is gonna say that his company is an American success story, according to his prepared remarks. He just took big risks to get here, all right, and doesn't believe that the company's big enough or too big for antitrust or anti-competition clauses. He just believes that, he took big risks, built it up, and he should get to enjoy the fruition of it. I don't disagree. Look, I think all these business people have, despite what they've done to get there, have achieved a lot of success. You got to give them credit. Zuckerberg is going to focus on a threat to industry from China, and Tim Cook's going to defend the Apple's App Store. I think this is more for show. Personally, I think this is more of the government's way of saying, hey, look, we're trying to do something here. I don't think they really want to do anything about it. If they did, it wouldn't be four people together at the same time. It'd be one-on-one. It'd be a deep dive, and each one of them would be publicly aired out. All right, that's just my take. Who knows? Maybe we get some groundbreaking info and we move 10% today. I don't freaking know. I don't write the rules. I just trade with them. All right, Donald Trump yesterday also said there's some parts of the Republican coronavirus relief bill that he doesn't support, and didn't say which parts. He did say that he's going to take care of the people when questioned regarding expiring federal unemployment benefits at the end of Friday coming up. All right, we're going to take care of the people. Hold on, I think my internet's getting a little choppy. All right, in other news today, FOMC is expected to make no policy changes at 2 p.m. Eastern. The decisions at 2 p.m. and then the conference starts at 2:30. All right, no decision making is expected to happen. I also think that on Tuesday, yesterday, when the Fed announced it would extend all its emergency lending programs, the post-corona programs, through the remainder of 2020, I think it really kind of took the breath or the life out of the meeting today. All right. I think it reduced its significance or importance, but you do have to know at 2 p.m. today, Jerome Powell is going to, or the Fed policy decision is going to be released, and 2:30 he's going to go on a conference and answer questions. Powell's really good at the Q&As nowadays. When he was first fresh in the office, remember there were some great trade opportunities. Every time he'd slip up, 30-point moves, and they're all tradable. He's done a better job managing questions, talking a lot, and not saying much. All right, that's at 2:30. What the market's looking for, no one cares about interest rates. They know that interest rates are going to stay low for a long time, but he's expected to be more accommodative towards the economy. Language that's supportive for longer, more stimulus if needed. All right, higher. The big question, though, is will he have a higher tolerance for inflation? Will he let it overshoot? Is the Fed thinking about printing so much damn money that if inflation explodes, for temporary terms, they're going to say, we don't really care about inflation. Let it run up. I don't really care. Right? I don't think that's going to be the case today, because if he does say that, the dollar gets killed, and the dollar's already having a hard time. So I think for that reason, not much is expected out of this press conference either. Right? But we'll see. There could be surprises. There could be shocks. Approach it with caution. Don't approach this with greed. It isn't certain there's going to be a trade, but there could be a trade in any one of these two events so far, both the tech conference at 12 p.m. or the tech testimony for Congress, and then at 2 p.m. with Jerome Powell as well. Today's going to be a long work day for traders. Super long one. All right. I'm going to be trading it all in their elite membership, by the way. If you're an elite member, you're in for a treat. I'll be doing them all today. Victorio's off, and we're going to be trading a lot today. Get ready. All right. Keep the powder dry. Wait for the right opportunity, because the last thing you want to do here is start out, blow out your daily capital at 9:42 a.m. and you've missed all the real opportunity. All right. That's FOMC. Interesting commentary out of Goldman Sachs yesterday. I don't know if you guys caught it. This is super interesting. Thanks, Tiger Forge. I'm back, man. The bear didn't get me, though. Interesting commentary out of Goldman Sachs. They put out a note yesterday. All right, this is uncharted territory for them, even for Goldman Sachs. They warned that the dollar could be at risk for reserve currency status. All right, as Congress is looking to close on another round of fiscal stimulus, so much money is being printed, so much debt being created out of thin air. Right, they're saying, look, we're worried about this. They didn't say they think it's going to happen. All right. They stopped short of saying, like, they put the brakes on. They go, whoa, we don't think it's going to happen, but there is a worry that something may happen or it's headed in that direction. All right. They say that money printing is going to trigger inflation in the years to come, even though it really hasn't. They also believe the U.S. dollar is going to suffer as a result if it loses reserve currency status. People are fear mongers. There's a lot of fear mongers and doomsday callers in this business. You got to be careful. The dollar is going to end. I've been hearing that since I started in 2001. It eventually will lose its reserve currency status. That's a fact. Every country that's ever had reserve currency status has lost it. Right? The dollar didn't start out being reserve currency status. It will happen one day. It doesn't have to be today. And I'll tell you this, when it does happen, careful, because there's something that could break out that starts with a W. All right, the middle letter is A and the last one's R. All right, very careful. We don't want that to happen. But putting it in perspective, the US dollar is down 10% since mid-March. All right, but still it's 30% higher than its financial crisis lows in 2009 and 15% higher than it was in 2005 when Ben Bernanke was hiking interest rates. So yeah, we're seeing a down cycle, but I don't think it's time to panic. Everyone is, doomsday calling. Printing money is going to cause all this inflation, but it hasn't. And, maybe it won't. All right. It's interesting to see, though, gold rocket higher with low inflation. As gold typically moves up with inflation readings. We haven't seen that this cycle. Very interesting things are happening. All right. We'll leave it there for you to do some research, but I found that interesting. An interesting comment indeed from Goldman Sachs, right? It could be called government Sachs. They have big ties, and a lot of government workers end up being there in very high positions from Goldman Sachs, aka government Sachs. All right, other earnings this morning. General Electric, we got to speed it up a bit, is down 15 cents per share. Revenue beat, however, they set their Q3 guidance to minus 0.1 to minus 0.08 per share, so less than the current loss. And they set their guidance for higher revenue. And so the market kind of said, we shrugged that one off. Boeing didn't do very well. They wet the sheets, down minus 4.79 earnings per share. So there was no earnings per share. It's LPS, not EPS, loss per share. 479. The expectation was minus 250. Revenue slid to 11.8 billion. Boeing is just racking up massive debt, still producing airplanes, doesn't even know where to park them anymore. All right, it's not a good situation. They're guiding their Q3 at minus 143, and they're guiding their revenue higher for Q3 at 16.1 billion. They said a lot of bad things in their press conference this morning, a ton of them, including it's going to take 3 years to get back to 2019 demand for air travel. They're 4.4% weight of the Dow. Keep an eye on them today. I'd be interested to see how the market reacts to Boeing. The other news in today's markets, relatively mixed. In Asia, Japan's down 1.2, Hong Kong's up 0.5%, China is up 2.1%, India down 1.1%. In Europe at midday, London pretty much flat, Paris up 0.6%, Frankfurt also in Germany pretty much flat. In the US, we've rebounded to or above the prior day close, but sitting right back at that 5-day point of control that puts us pretty neutral. All right. Crude oil is up 1.1%. Gold more or less is flat. Bitcoin's up 1% as well. This morning we had some interesting data. Mortgage applications, it missed across the board. Wholesale inventory also missed across the board. Negative numbers, not so good. I ain't going to read them out to you. News at 10 a.m. pending home sales. Consumer confidence index. 10:30 crude oil inventory. That's going to be a fun one to trade. All right. 12 p.m. we have the tech conference. It's not really a conference. The tech testimony. It's just a tongue twister. 2 p.m. we have Jerome Powell. 2:30 p.m. we have the press conference from Jerome Powell. And after market close, we have Facebook earnings. Enjoy the day. Trade that volatility. We'll be in the room pretty much all day today. And there's going to be some fun stuff. Join us if you want to trade with a crowd of professional traders. Trade pros in the room. Let's do some levels. YouTube. Love you guys. Be good. Take care of each other. And we'll see you on the other side. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Have a great day. Manage that risk. Trade like a trade pro. Ciao.